You know, so let's get into some of these tweets, right? Some of these tweets of this guy, because there's people out there celebrating this guy's death. So let's get into some of these tweets, okay? Um, let's have a look at what is trending on Twitter. Okay. Kevin Samuels was a bigot, a misogynistic F who took pleasure in degrading black women. I'm supposed to feel sorry? Okay, well, that's your opinion. If I see you tweeting that Kevin Samuels changed your life, I'm blocking you immediately. You see that? I'm blocking you immediately. You're not allowed to have any adoration for that guy, right? Um, let's have a look at some more of these tweets, man. There were more. Men are online calling Kevin Samuels the GOAT. But, you know, he's not the GOAT. I mean, you know, this guy's an entertainer. It's entertainment. That's what it's all about. See, what people don't understand about Kevin Samuels, this is a gimmick. YouTubers have a gimmick, man. And that's how you make money. You make money based upon your gimmick. It doesn't necessarily reflect who you are in the real world. It's all about making money. You know, he's putting on a show for the people. That's what Kevin Samuels is doing. He's putting on a show for the people. You should be pissed off at who? At the women that's going on there. That's who you should be pissed off at, because they're giving him the ammunition to fire at the end of the day. Why are the women going on there? He was just pimping their inferiority. When you feel badly about yourself and struggle getting a woman you desire, you want to see them belittled, it gives you joy. That's easier than becoming wealthy. Okay, here's the thing, right? That's the whole point. It's entertainment. You want to see women get destroyed by Kevin Samuels. You know, you want to see that. That's the whole point of it. Now, is that the gender war? Yeah, that we're going to talk about the gender war later, but that is what it's about. Yeah, it is fueling the gender war. You know, but the gender war's already here. He didn't create that. Um, let's have a look at some more of these comments. So, Kevin Samuels found obsessed with the idea of being a high value man. Yeah, the high value man thing to me is dumb. I don't care if I'm considered high value or not. My thing is that I want to live my life. You know, I want to live a good life, the life that I've always aspired to have, and the life that I've always envisioned for myself. I don't care if I'm considered high value or not. That doesn't mean anything to me, and it doesn't mean anything to most men. Most men don't care about that. You know, I mean, okay, telling women to lower their standards. How does it feel knowing he died broke in the company of a plus-size woman? Okay, we're gonna look at that later. But was he broke? I mean, I thought he was rich. I mean, I don't know, but there's no way he was broke. He was making money on YouTube. Um, Kevin Samuels just told fat women the truth. What's the truth? That they're unhealthy. Okay, well, who cares about that? So you can see, right, there is a division here. There is a division if you go and look at these tweets. Okay? If you go and look at these tweets, there is a division between men and women and what they believe about this guy. But this is an important video. Like I said, Kevin Samuels is a gimmick. So listen to what he says here.
Sometimes guys don't want to hear that truth. We just don't. You know, if I come on here talking about, you know, female nature, such and so forth, and if I would start bashing women or talking noise, oh man, the likes and everything will go through the roof. But when you start talking to men, saying, guys, you know, cheap is some of the most expensive stuff out there. You gotta do better. And a lot of times,
so you can see that it's all a money game. It's all a money game, you know, and that's what it's all about. Why are they pissed off? It's a money game. It's a money grab. Women do the same thing with their talk shows and bashing men, and it's just making money at the end of the day. It's a hustle. You're making money, like, but people are so sensitive, you know? People are so damn sensitive. So you're telling me Karen Samuels had a high cholesterol and had a whole heart attack and wanted to talk about fat women? 37,000 likes on that stupid comment. Okay. So I think that's enough for looking at these comments. You guys get the gist of it, right? Women hating on men, the gender war is real, but
men.
You absolutely right. So God, please stop sending me
That's no. God ain't got nothing to do with it. No, God ain't got nothing to do with it. Please don't bring my God into this.
is that misogynist? Like, where's the
He couldn't
misogynist?
have children anymore, and he was unaware of that. So I immediately divorced him because children was the outcome that I wanted to have. It is what it is. It is what it is. It was terrible, but like I told him from the beginning, I got married so we could have children, and then he found out he couldn't have children after we got married. So now I am actively looking.
Karma's a bitch. How do you know you're gonna be able to carry children to term?
Exactly. I know. I do know that. It is I'm not it is I'm like I said,
So I'm
nervous.
asking seriously, man. It's not really a value judgment as much as I'm just trying to hold the mirror up to you because you say this shit, the shit you say to people around you, and they let you believe this stuff. I'm telling you, as somebody who got no dog in the fight.
I mean, I don't see anything sexist or misogynist. They're just making stuff up. There's nothing sexist or misogynist that I've seen about this guy's content. I don't see anything sexist or misogynist about this guy's content, but I mean, that's the thing. They want to label men as sexist or misogynist. That's what's going on in today's world. Look at what they're doing in the parliament in England, right? Oh, there's misogyny. We're hearing this word a lot. It's a word that's going on a lot right now. You've got Roe versus Wade that they're talking about, and they're talking about, all this is gender war. All this is gender war. That's all it is. Men versus women, and men are the villain. And it's not a coincidence that this guy was died at this time. It's not a coincidence, man. All this stuff is done by design to fuel the gender war. But what we need to know is that, okay, so we're in a gender war. What does it mean for the future? What does this guy's death mean for the future? The thing is, if this guy is a misogynist and he's saying what's on the mind of a lot of men, right? And a lot of men have far more extreme views. I mean, such as myself, such as the people who watch my channel. I mean, my views are way more over the top than his. So if he's a misogynist that deserves to die, what does that say about you? What does that say about me? What does it say about the rest of us men? That we also deserve to die, right? In this modern Western society. That's essentially what they're saying. They're saying that us men in this modern Western society are not worthy of living. That there's really no place for us men in the society. A lot of men in this space, they pretend, okay, that they're living this life. They are not living this life in the real world. They're living a fake life. They're living a fake life. They are pretending that they push these views. What they push on YouTube is just a persona. It's just a persona, and the reality of the situation is in the real world, they ain't talking like this. They ain't talking like this in the real world, man. Because they know, I mean, you can lose your job for talking like this. You can lose your job, you can lose everything. These guys in relationships, they're not talking like that to women. It's all just an online persona, man. It's all just an online persona. Let's be honest. If you think like this, if you have these views, right, more than likely you're going to be single. More than likely. I mean, but that's the thing. I mean, people just want to live in this little fantasy world and pretend that, you know, these online personas are real. I know what these guys are full of crap. These manosphere guys are full of crap, man. They're not living this actual life. They're pretending. And that's the thing, like being fake on the internet isn't really going to help anyone. My thing is that I'm trying to find a solution to the problems that men face. And my thing is that you're going to have to flee the West. You know, that's the real truth of it. It's come time to flee the Western society if you want to really live a life that is where you can be truly yourself, because things aren't getting any better for men. The man is villain. Number one, he's a villain. He's viewed as a villain. The politicians ain't doing nothing to help you. I mean, so at the end of the day, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. These women are relentless, right? They're relentless. I mean, they're not gonna give in if they think that this man, Kevin Samuels, is some kind of extremist, right? If they think he's some kind of extremist and they want this, they're happy to see this guy dead. I mean, they're not willing to accept or take any accountability. I mean, what is this guy's main message? Okay, that you women are average at best and you can't get a high value man. So you should settle for an average man. That's the best. Why is that offensive? See, that's how bizarre this whole Western women have become. That's an insult. They find that insulting, right? That they find that insulting that somebody says that you're not good enough for a high value man. You're overweight. You're a single mother, right? That's insulting. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, it's just a crazy situation. But they don't want us in this society. I'm talking about guys with these kind of beliefs. They really don't want us here. You know, they really don't want us here, and that's why they try everything to make our lives as tough as possible. And that's why I'm a big advocate of expatriation. I'm a big advocate of leaving these countries because, let's be honest, these issues exist mainly in America, but it's going over to other Western countries as well. But these issues just don't exist in other countries. And that's why I say, it's better to just up and go and leave this, man. It's better to just up and go and leave this. Let them deal with the gender war. Let them fight amongst themselves. Because at the end of the day, nobody wins in a gender war. Nobody wins. It's being created by the powers that be, okay? Whether you want to call it depopulation, whether you want to call it just creating chaos, right? Whatever it is, that's what they want. And yeah, they want to push this globally, don't get me wrong. But it's going to be very, very tough to push this ideology globally. It takes a long time. This has been going on for a long time, but they're getting where they want it to be. Because at the end of the day, people aren't getting married. People aren't having kids. Let's face that. People aren't getting married. People aren't having kids. And that's what Kevin Samuels is saying, that you women aren't married, you're going to die alone. Right? And they find that so offensive that they are willing to basically celebrate his death for that. So that tells you exactly where we are. That tells you exactly where we are in society. You see, I'm Roman here, the truth of matters. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. And make sure to hit that notification bell so you're informed every time I upload a new video.